A lot of people think of gender identity and they think immediately that there are very limited options. For example, some people might only think that there are two genders, male and female. Other people know that there are more than two genders, but they assume it all happens on one straight line, male on one end, female on the other. They assume everyone falls on this line, either over here in the masculine section, over here in the feminine section, or somewhere in the middle as a mix of the two. Now, this way of identifying is true for some people, but not for everyone. Gender isn't just one line that runs between two identities. It's so much bigger. Gender is a giant, indeterminate mass of no tangible shape. Gender is a big, endless spectrum. Here we go. Alright, I'll start off by explaining a few things. Firstly, gender. When I talk about gender, I'm not talking about a person's sex. They're two different things. The sex of a person is their physical state of being, be it male, female, or intersex. This factors into things like your genitals or your chromosomes. Gender, however, is how someone identifies. It's how they feel on the inside regardless of what's on the outside. This may or may not be compliant with one's sex, and if it's not, then someone might identify as transgender or non-binary. The gender binary is the idea that there are only two genders, male and female, when in all actuality there are a lot more gender identities than that. The term used to describe all the gender identities other than male and female is non-binary. The gender spectrum, in short, is the sum of all of these gender identities, binary and non-binary. Now, it can be kind of difficult to imagine that there's something other than male and female. Since birth, it's kind of been ingrained into our heads that there are only two. But even if you learn about new identities, you might still see them as just that one-line spectrum that I talked about earlier. Throw that idea away. Just forget about it entirely. I know it's hard, but trust me, it's not going to help you learn anything. It's all a lie. Instead, visualize the color spectrum. As you know, it isn't just one color over here, let's say blue, and one color over here, let's say yellow, and every other color is a shade of green. There are a lot more colors than that, right? Same goes with gender. The gender spectrum is not just male on one end and female on the other, with everything else as a mix of the two. Like the color spectrum, it's much more diverse, with a wide variety of colors other than yellow and blue. So obviously the gender spectrum is massive and admittedly a bit confusing at times. It can be difficult to understand everything that's going on. But ask questions, explore, and do your best to understand everything. Don't just give up. For those who are watching this video and are questioning their gender identity and place on the gender spectrum, I will link to my video below where I talk about questioning, but overall just know that it's okay to question, it's normal, and I promise you it will be okay. I will also link below some posts I made that give some examples of genders other than male and female because I know this video didn't really touch on any examples. Just know that in the future I'm planning on making a video that will describe these genders in more detail, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.